Alright guys, today we're changing the alternator on a 1993 Grand Marquis. This is the alternator. But the first thing you want to do is remove these belts. So you got to find your tension pulley or your tensioner. That's actually where my tension pulley is. And the way you do this is pretty much, it's almost like over tightening a bolt. Just to give myself a little more room to work, I'm going to remove this bolt and I'm going to remove this one so I can move this out of the way. Okay, those two nuts removed. That's that one, and that's that one. I can move this in order to get my alternator out. And the way these tension pulleys work and these alternators work, they're really similar on a lot of cars. Like I said, you just have to over tighten the tensioner or the tension pulley, and that'll give you slack on your belts. And then you just have to undo the alternator. Well, I'm just gonna undo the alternator, but typically you just have to undo one of these, and that'll free up all your belts. Okay, so I have another video out that says don't buy a serpentine belt tool because I've never ever had to use it, but it comes with this adapter with a 1/2-inch drive. That's this, the 1/2-inch drive. This little 3/8 drive is on this handle. And this is the first time I've ever actually had to use this tool. Anyways, you're going to wrench this like you're over tightening it. That's going to give you slack on your belts. A little bit of slack on your belts, you can then pull off a section of your belt. And that's actually the only section of the belt I'm going to pull off. And I'm going to set this in a place to where it doesn't move so it doesn't release any of the other sections of the belt. So I just set it right underneath there. I left the first part of that in there. So I guess I've had this tool for like 7-8 years or something, and I'm finally actually using it when I have to use it. Every other time I've been able to put wrenches together and use those to loosen belts. Anyways, now I'm going to take off this bolt down there, and this mounting bolt up here. That's going to release the alternator. I'm going to undo some of the plugs. I think there's actually, nope, that's it. Just undo the plugs, and then I'm going to start replacing this. Firm believer on that work smarter, not. Alright, so just to recap, I took off that bolt, took off the bolt up here. Now my alternator's free to come out. Just gotta undo that one, and that one. Those plugs, and take it to AutoZone. You can get it tested, but I'm pretty sure this one's bad. Alright guys, just got back from AutoZone. New alternator back in. Just pretty much put it in the same way you took it out. Connect all your cords first. Just set the alternator in place in this area. Here, I'll do it real quick. Really simple. This hole is going to line up with that, and the two bottom holes are going to line up. Can't really see them that well. There's one of them right here. Then the other one's on the other side. Just line those back up. Put your bolts back in. Then always start all your screws. Hand thread them in. 2 on the bottom, 2 on top. Before you tighten them, make sure you don't cross thread them. Put that all in. Everything connected. Your wires connected back. I went ahead and mounted these back. These aren't going to be on every car. Typically all you have is the alternator part. But next thing you want to do is put your belt back. You need to get back on this tension pulley, tighten it. Can't really tighten it right there. Anyways, you need to act like you're over tightening a bolt. You tighten that. That'll put more slack on this, and it gives you enough slack to slide it back over this last pulley. I'm going to do it right now. All right. Everything's back together. I already removed the tool that I was using to release tension on that. Release tension on the tensioner, I guess you could say. Everything's hooked up, no extra hardware. Really simple to do. That's actually the alternator. It's in different locations on a lot of cars, but the concept is the exact same on almost every vehicle.